your hometown station, Thunder Radio. It's time to talk antiques. So let's talk antiques with Ronnie, Philip, and David. Hi, guys.
Good morning. Hey, did you buy that fish tank?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I haven't bought anything yet. I'm just looking. I'm just looking.
Okay. You want me to negotiate the deal for you?
I think I know what
You
maybe
could go pick it up
means.
for me. That would really
I'll
help.
do that for you.
I'd appreciate it.
All right, so Ronnie, I already had something on my mind, but
Okay.
after I talked to you, I do change my mind.
You're willing to
Every now
share
and
the.
then.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Do you know who the Duke is, Philip?
I do.
Who is it?
That would be John Wayne.
Doggone.
Okay.
Man, you're on top of your game this morning.
Oh, I think that's because of his TV stuff. He knows all that.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I watched John Wayne movies when I was a kid.
Can you pull that up quick as weekly?
Sure.
So, anyway, this weekend I picked up one of those commemorative guns, John Wayne guns.
Okay.
And,
Like a real gun or a.
no, it's not real. But it's, it looks like, it actually, to tell you the truth, it has a cartridge in it. It has shells you put in it, but you load it with you put a BB in it, and then you can shoot a pellet out of it.
Wow.
Okay. Is it like a pistol then? I
Yeah,
assume?
it's
Okay.
like a 45,
Okay.
single action.
It'll shoot
Okay.
a pellet. It'll.
But anyway, so Ronnie, what did the show today? You got a,
I was thinking, we hadn't talked about chess sets, and some of these old chess sets are bringing some
yeah.
really good
Hey,
money. in
just
some
before but we're also going to talk about chess and what else?
some
If we get time,
antique tools.
tools. Okay.
Yeah, because a lot of people got a lot of good tools in
You'd
their
be
barns.
surprised how many tools you got that are probably worth some money.
Yeah, and they are.
Hey,
you don't
levels.
realize.
Levels bring a lot of money.
And anvils.
Yeah.
God, you wouldn't believe what
Oh
some
God.
of those things bring.
Yeah. Hey, but anyway, before we get into those two things, run over to Mr. eBay's
Okay.
and ask him how on John Wayne, his memorabilia.
Just John Wayne or
Yeah.
John Wayne?
Well, you
cap
can
gun
do
or
the
something?
John Wayne commemorative revolver,
Okay.
but also just do John Wayne. Just you wouldn't believe how high his signature is, and
He
there's
might
probably
not
a lot of people listening to us that has some John Wayne stuff.
I've got a John Wayne belt buckle.
Yeah, that's a bowling,
Oh,
but that's gold.
Edward Boland 14 karat gold John Wayne belt
gold
buckle.
makes a difference.
It's gold, but it's sterling silver. It's all confused there.
Okay.
See what it says?
There's a-
14 karat gold sterling silver. So it must
Okay.
have gold and silver in it.
Maybe so. $4,500.
Yeah,
Well, let's see. Let's get a.
skip that guy.
See, I've got a vintage original John Wayne movie Cowboys autographed 8x10. It's brought $1,000.
I'm telling you,
$1,000.
John Wayne's signature, just to cut signatures, $600 or $700,
I got a.
and I would have never knew that had I not bought that
I wouldn't have thought
commemorative
John
gun.
Wayne.
I got a John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara signed photo from The Quiet Man. $1,950 with free shipping. John Wayne High School yearbook set. 10th, 11th, and 12th grade years from 1923, 24, 25. $1,500 for the yearbooks that
I've got a John Wayne signed contract autographed. It's got a PSA DNA on it. Brought $851 with 41 bids. With 41 bids now.
Here's kind of a suspect one for me for a high dollar item. Personally gifted mug from John Wayne to production member on the Alamo from 1960. So
How do you authenticate something
how do
like
you
that?
authenticate that John Wayne gave you this mug? But they got between $1,500 and $1,300. So
Well, maybe they had a picture of it.
they
and
got
given it
somebody
to
to
'em.
talk them into it. Yeah. Here's a John Wayne Bat Jack Productions original gun belt, $1,350.
Hey, would you ever thought?
No.
John
That's a
Wayne
lot for signatures now.
and Clint Eastwood cut autograph on the same cut. They were wanting $1,500, and they got somewhere between $1,300 and $1,000 for it.
Now, I've got a cutout like David was talking about that's been matted up with a photo here.
It's called a cut. Yeah,
Okay.
a cut. Yeah,
Seven-
autograph is what you're talking about,
I
right?
didn't autograph. $750 on a buy now.
See what I mean?
Here's a eight says it's a vintage original John Wayne autograph signed 8x10. It's him sitting on a horse, and $1,000 was the buy now on it.
See, I'm telling you, who would ever thought?
Well, I say these aren't PSA graded either.
No,
Mm-mm.
that
These-
one I had was,
Okay,
but
yours
it had the PSA in it. But I tell you what, now here's a different one. This is 42nd Academy Award program with autograph. Said John Wayne and others brought $650, two bids. Now that's the actual program from the Academy Awards. That's different.
Here's a pretty cool one. This is a 1940s John Wayne, or circa 1949 John Wayne autograph on a U.S. government standard form number 64. Wayne has added good luck above his signature. According to the family, the autograph was obtained while Wayne was filming The Sands of Iwo Jima in 1948. So that was just they had that handy for him to sign.
Well, that's how you see a lot of money get signed. People don't have no paper, so they get them sign a dollar bill or something.
Whatever.
Like
yeah.
Jeff Foxworthy stopped in one time. We got him sign a dollar bill.
Dollar bill.
Oh, okay. We got it. It's PSA graded with this letter of authenticity. $1,795.
So that's probably
How
real.
about that?
Now,
Wow.
here's just a cutout. I mean, just a cutout. Brought somewhere in the $500 to $600 range.
Not even graded.
Not even great. No, they just took a best offer. And I'd say $500 to $600. But good Lord, the Duke.
Yeah. So you got some more?
I got
Got a
a
bunch here.
John Wayne signed contract from 1977, autographed PSA DNA. John Wayne's final contract with movie studio. It was never completed because he died.
Mm-hmm.
41 people bid on that, $851.
Had he already signed the contract though?
Yeah, he had signed the contract.
Hmm.
Let me look just to make sure I'm
Yeah.
not telling you a story here.
You wouldn't do that on
Oh yeah,
purpose.
yeah. There you go.
Yeah. I'll be down.
It's just like one. It's just the signing page. It appears to be from. But $850.
Yeah.
I doubt they paid that much for it when they got it back in the day.
Hmm.
John Wayne original vintage autograph signature. Just no grading or anything like that. It's got a newspaper clipping. Looks like it's glued or taped underneath the paper. $1,125.
Well, you got Ronnie.
I got a John Wayne.
Can you top that?
I don't know if I can top that. But I've got a, it's from The Quiet Man, signed album page, $450 with 15 bids. And then I have a black and white glossy photo signed in person by John Wayne as a fighter pilot. And it's got a certificate of authenticity with it. Good looking signature right on the top of the page. Looks like he's looking at his signature, the way they've got it. Brought $375 for one bid.
Here's John Wayne's cavalry shirt and pants from the film Fort Apache. $625.
How could it be that cheap?
I don't know. That's
I like Fort Apache.
What's it say about it?
for sale is Ward Bond's cavalry shirt. Oh, this is Ward Bond's cavalry
Yeah.
shirt. From
You know
John
who Ward
Wayne.
Bond is?
Okay.
I don't.
Wagon train.
Okay.
Forward hoe. What is it? Wagons.
That's not
Wagon
bad
toe.
money for Ward Bond's shirt and pants.
Yeah, but just the uniform alone though from a movie is pretty neat, isn't it?
Yeah, it's something different.
Yeah.
Where are you going to find them?
Yeah.
John Wayne, new in box, John Wayne commemorative holster and gun belt set, 38 waist, the Duke. They were asking $700 and got somewhere between right at $600 for that. So is that what you bought? Is the
No,
commemorative
I bought.
holster
No,
and
you
gun
got
belt
the
set?
commemorative. Let's see what it looks like.
You got the commemorative gun.
Yeah, no, but they made several. Danny Jernigan's the one that found them, but Danny had the sharpest one. It was black with gold trim and had yellow handles, and then it had a round insignia of John Wayne in it. It looked
I'm
really
surprised
nice.
you couldn't talk him out of it.
Well, I talked him out of the other one.
So
He's a big fan.
Well, enough signs, the right
Yeah.
sign would talk him out of it, I believe.
Yeah.
so this
In
is
God We Trust will talk him out of it.
Yeah.
What we got there?
this
Oh,
is a
look there.
gun belt.
That's not the gun. Then it's just the gun holster and the belt, right?
Gun belt and a holster.
Yeah.
Be neat to go with it.
Yeah, it might. Did it only have that? Yeah. So there you go. You can add this to go with your gun, so you can have the
already sold.
authentic. Well, you can call him.
No.
Call the guy up.
Email him.
Is there any more active one?
I don't know.
Yeah, but that thing brought what,
Probably.
$700?
$600.
$600.
They were asking $700. New inbox.
Couldn't I just get a gun belt and put John Wayne on it and
course you
on a
could.
metal thing and just
Here's another one that went.
If you
for
looked hard enough,
$600.
you probably got one.
That's the gun belt and holster. That's the only one I see of it. Let me fill for
I
me.
like that a lot because
go ahead.
I got
Ron.
a 76 John Wayne autograph. Now this is an odd size, 7 1/8 by 5, black and white. $369 with 23 bids. Nice signature right across the front. He's got the patch on his eye. It's a cowboy hat.
Was that Rooster where he had the patch?
I think that's Mr. Coburn.
I tell you the best one I like I like that El Dorado. You remember Walter Brennan was in it?
Yeah.
There was a lot of good actors in that one.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, I've got one young John Wayne here. Autograph. It brought somewhere, I'd say, in the $350 range because they took a best offer. But he looks young in this one. Got his cowboy hat on, and you know how they tilt it to the side.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, and they look straight ahead. And nice picture right across the front. Looks like he wrote something with it other than his signature. See if it says here. You got something there while I'm looking at this?
I got a John Wayne Model 94 commemorative scabbard. $306 after 9 bids.
That's just for the
Just for the scabbard. Actually, it's for a Winchester.
yeah.
It's a gun leather, not a sword
Well,
scabbard.
I'm sure Winchester made a commemorative gun, don't you
Yeah.
imagine?
Probably so. Here's a John Wayne commemorative Bowie knife, weight of 672 grams with display case. The buy-in now is $216.57.
That's
That
odd, isn't it?
Came from Germany. That was some kind of conversion. Oh, plus $75 shipping. So
Oh.
we might as well say right at $300.
Yeah,
on
it's
that.
bouncing it.
That said Best Wishes Harold under it. I know it said something else.
Oh.
So
Well, what else you got, Ronnie? Because
I
he's
got-
come
I-
up with several knives.
I've got another John Wayne here from the with the patch on, and he's got a black cowboy hat on in this one. Looks like it says Best Wishes K, maybe. And then he signed his name to it, and he's got his jacket on, his collar turned up. About $300 on that one.
I got a John Wayne commemorative cavalry sword by Franklin Mint.
Oh, that'd be nice to
Oh
have.
man.
$225. It's in a really nice case.
Huh.
And here's a case knife. John Wayne commemorative trapper. Signed bone handle. It's not signed by him. It's just
No, but
his
it-
autograph on it.
yeah.
3 bids, $157.
That's nice, though.
Yeah.
I've got another John Wayne autographed cutout here. Brought about $300.
Now, we're just talking about a clip signature.
Yeah, just a clip.
They cut it out of a page.
Here's the only gun I have is a John Wayne Armed Forces commemorative 45 automatic replica. $100. So, but it's got the orange thing in
Tell
it.
you
It's
what,
not like the
um,
caps.
Our little girl's coming in here, and that means she wants us to take a break so she can pay some bills.
All right,
Yep.
we'll roll
Hey,
on.
we get back, we'll
Gotta
talk a
do
little
that.
bit more about John Wayne, then we'll get on that. Do you play chess?
A little bit.
Okay.
Only if I want to get beat or embarrassed.
Okay.
We're talking antiques on your hometown station.
Hello, I'm Pick and Rick T from CFC, best place to get you used auto parts and all types of metals to repurpose for your needs. Just take a drive down 55, see this handsome guy, stop on by. Check out our computer for hundreds of autos to locate the make and the model of the part you need. $2 fee is all you pay. Sign in and get a hand stamp, it's good for all day. Bring in your tools, get the parts you need pulled, and use a wheelbarrow to lighten the load. Pay for your parts, prices you'll be fond of. Each part's price the same, Chevy or Honda. Get exchange warranty for 30 days too. Swap out the parts you don't need for the parts that you do. Happy pick.
I'm Mike Winton, your Democratic candidate for state representative. I'm the same type Democrat that your parents and grandparents were. I'm pro-life without question. I'm pro-Second Amendment without question. I'm not concerned about whether we're red or blue. I want us to be red, white, and blue. Partisan politics is killing us. Contact a campaign that's for you. Mike Winton for state representative. Go to votemikewinton.com.
Paid for by the candidate.
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
Rush Bricken demands governmental financial responsibility.
Rush Bricken cares about veterans and will defend the Constitution.
Rush Bricken knows small business creates good jobs.
On November 6th, you have a choice for your Tennessee State Representative.
I'd like to be your next Tennessee representative.
For fiscal soundness.
I'm picking Bricken.
For low taxes.
I'm picking Bricken.
For good jobs and roads.
I'm picking Bricken.
Vote Rush Bricken November 6th to the Tennessee State House of Representatives.
Hello.
All right,
What?
we're back.
What?
You want us to talk now?
Ronnie was tied up there, so I was leaning on you, man.
Well, I said something.
All right, so we've jumped over to the top Western stars ranked down, top 41, and this was a voted on list. And can you guess who's number one on the list here, Ronnie?
I think John Wayne is.
John Wayne is number one. You're
The
right.
Duke.
He was born in 1907. I can't believe he died in 1979. I did not realize
Didn't he
it
have
was
cancer?
that long ago.
Yes.
Yeah, he did. But I thought he was. I was only 9 at that point. I thought that he lived further into my life than that. So, because I saw so many movies by him, maybe that's what it was.
Well, he's done a lot of movies.
Yeah. Second on the list is kind of a surprise, but not too much of it. I mean, Clint Eastwood. He's who I watched as in all the westerns when I was a kid.
Oh, I like Clint Eastwood.
And the other day when I was at the
Harry.
movies, there was previews were running, and he's got a new movie about to come out. He is 88 years old currently.
Now, is he directing, producing, or starring in, or all three?
I think all three probably. Yeah.
That way he gets all three fees. He's got to figure it out.
Because he needs his money.
Yeah, he's hurting. You got to help out Clint.
There you go. Third in the thing was kind of surprising is James Stewart, who was born in 1908, died in 1997. Of course, Jimmy Stewart. Yeah. He was 89 years old when he died in 1997.
Now these were voted on.
True. Next is Gary Cooper, who let's see, he died at 60. He was born in 1901. I didn't realize he was that old either. Died in
Robert Duvall, there's
1961.
someone I would never
So
thought
far,
about.
all these are adult movie stars. Western
Yeah.
stars. Instead of like Hopalong Cassidy, Gene Autry, and Roy Rogers, they're way down the line.
Right.
Yeah.
Them kids didn't get out,
Yeah, I say this is.
which I'd be a kid back then. I must not have voted.
Next we got Robert Duvall, who is 87.
He's good in westerns.
Oh yeah, he's great.
He's good in just about everything.
What is it? The
I
one
like
where they
his
were
acting.
doing the herds, moving the cattle, and the people told them they couldn't graze on it. Remember that one? That was one of his latest ones. It was doggone good.
Lee Van Cleef is in number 6. Clarence Leroy Lee Van Cleef Jr., an American actor who appeared mostly in westerns.
It was the one where they had the war over the watering rights. This rancher wasn't going to let this other rancher water his cattle, and his water source had dried up. And they had a war. You remember that movie?
No, but
I saw it a long, long time ago when I was a kid.
Philip remembers it. Right?
I liked it. I
Who
can't
was
think
it,
of the
Philip?
name of it.
What'd you come up?
I don't know. That's.
It says the good, the bad, and the
The
ugly.
good and the bad and the ugly. What's your 3-word brand? Riders of Destiny, King of Pecos. No, that wasn't a good search.
Well, let's
Sorry.
get.
Well,
Here's one called Water. There you go. Maybe that's.
yeah, it was a thought. It's probably been 40 years since I've seen it.
Okay.
I couldn't remember.
Now
the name if I
this
wanted
next
to.
one, he was in a lot of good ones.
There you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Charles Bronson.
Yeah.
He died in 2000. He was born in 1921 and died in 2003 at the age of 82.
He's a heck of a cowboy actor.
Yeah, he was in the Magnificent Seven, The Dirty Dozen, Great Escape, Rider on the Rain. A lot of good movies.
Mm-hmm.
And number 8 is another one of my favorites. Lee Marvin. He was in a lot of movies.
See, now you're coming up with this next one, but he's considered adult Western star.
James Arness.
Yeah.
Number 9.
That was the first. The Gunsmoke was really the first adult Western that came out.
Oh, really?
In 1955.
Okay. I hadn't
It
thought.
wasn't. It wasn't. The target was adults, where the Gene Autry's, the Roy Rogers, the Hopalong Cassidy was kids.
Didn't you say he was a pilot? He flew to his sets or
Yes.
something?
Matter of fact, when he was filming Gunsmoke, he actually flew his plane in. He'd fly from where he lived over to the set.
Yeah.
He was born in 1923, died in 2011 at the age of 88.
He got wounded in World War II, and he actually really did have a limp.
Do you know how many years they shot Gunsmoke for, Ronnie?
20.
Quiz?
No.
20. Yeah, that was 20. I wouldn't have guessed that many. I was thinking like
It
12.
was the longest running Western for a long time. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think nothing's ever
Still
beat
watch it.
Yeah. But I mean, they're talking about from 1955 to 1975.
Imagine that money's made more in syndication than it did.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think they
Yeah,
wish
but-
they hadn't have cut it off in '75.
Probably so.
Yeah.
Maybe all the.
But
they
you
were
know,
actors
all the
ready to
actors
do
started
something else.
dying. You know, right after that. You know, like the Doc and Kitty Russell. You know, she died. She's only like 60 years old.
Amanda Blake.
So,
Number 10 we have is Henry Fonda.
oh, he's in a lot of good westerns.
1905 to 1982. He died at age 77.
He was the gentleman cowboy.
There you go.
He's a bad guy though.
And then you got number 11. Good one, Steve McQueen.
Yeah.
1930 to 1980.
You know what I remember about Steve McQueen? Remember when he was in Cool Hand Luke?
Mhm.
That really wasn't a western, but he ate those 50 eggs. You remember that?
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
But now he was real good in the westerns, but he done other movies.
Yeah.
What was the one about the cars? You know, he had the '68 Mustang.
Oh, that was what I was thinking when I pulled him up.
Yeah.
If you hadn't
Anyway,
asked
that
me.
was.
He was a race car driver, wasn't he?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Well, we're getting sidetracked on that. Okay, and then number 12, I've probably seen James Garner in just about more Western
Yeah.
things than anybody
Support
else.
your local sheriff.
There you go.
That was a good one.
1928 to 2014, he was 86 when he died.
He was still an adult Western star.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it was targeted toward adults.
He starred in television series over 5 decades.
Mhm.
And whatever happened
Maverick
to...
was the big deal.
Yeah, Brett Maverick. There you go. And number 13, Randolph Scott.
Whatever happened to Randolph Scott?
1898 to 1987. He died at 89.
He is a heck of a High Noon. You know, I think that was the name of it. One of his bigger movies.
Mm-hmm.
But he was in all kinds of movies.
Now, here's one I actually don't know. Is
Ben
number
Johnson?
14, Ben Johnson?
No, he's a good one.
Okay.
Got a call?
We do have a phone call. Hey, you're talking antiques.
Hey, David, I just wanted to correct you. I enjoy listening to you, but Steve McQueen wasn't in Cool Hand Luke. That was Paul Newman, and he was good in westerns too.
Oh, well, okay. Well, you're right. You're exactly right. Paul Newman's the one that eat all them eggs, right, Mr. Stewart?
Yeah, and he was in a lot of westerns too, and he was really good.
Hey, but now you're listening to all these. I would have thought that the Roy Rogers and Hopalong Cassidy and all them been in the top, but these so far all of them's been adult westerns.
Yeah.
Do you have any? You have any western stuff?
Well, I've got an autographed picture of the Cisco Kid that I actually saw him in person in Michigan when I was living up there.
Huh?
And I've got an autographed picture of Roy Rogers on Trigger. With Trigger raising his front legs up, he's rearing.
Yeah.
And I've got an autographed picture of that too.
Yeah.
But the Cisco Kid, I don't know if that's worth anything or not.
Well, sure it is. You know it is. You still flea marketing?
No, I only did that for about a year.
Yeah, wasn't that fun?
Yeah, a lot of times it was, and yeah, sometimes it got boring, but yeah, I got rid of a lot of stuff. I was trying to get rid of my mother-in-law's estate stuff. She died a year or two ago, and we were trying to get rid of a lot of her stuff. I wasn't really going around and collecting stuff and taking it to the flea market.
You was just actually getting rid of stuff you had. Hey, up in Michigan, now was that at a theater that you seen all this, or where was it?
No, I saw the Cisco Kid in front of a grocery store. As a matter of fact, he had his horse there with him, and the belt that he wore all the time, he actually made that with silver. I don't know, it was round pieces of silver all the way around it.
Yeah.
And he made his own belt, and he talked to us. He had his sombrero on, and
that's neat.
And that was, I was just a little kid. I was only about 5 or 6, but that was kind of exciting. I did see Gene Autry in a theater one time, but we were way back in the balcony, and they looked like little people down there,
Yeah. Yeah, well, it was probably full because, Gene Autry did that, and also Roy Rogers. He traveled around like that, and so did Hopalong Cassidy. Hopalong Cassidy used to be in a lot of parades.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He'd ride his horse in those parades, and he looked good.
Tell the people one more time who was in Cool Hand Luke, so we can make sure.
Paul Newman.
Yeah.
And if he'd known you'd said Steve McQueen, if he was still alive, he'd get mad at you.
Now, was Paul Newman a race car driver too? Did he race cars also?
Oh yeah, he was a race car driver.
And Steve McQueen both did, didn't he?
Yeah, both of them were avid race car drivers.
Yeah. You think I'm going to Google it? Oh, we're fixing to take a break here. I'm going to Google and see if somebody's actually eat 50 eggs. I don't know. That might have just been a TV thing.
Yeah, I don't think that was
They
real.
wouldn't fake something.
Yeah, we're going to find out right now, Chuck.
That'd make me
Have a good day, and thank you for correcting us.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Bye.
Jeez, everybody got to keep you straight, Dave.
I've got some Cisco Kid
Hey,
DVDs.
see there? I told you we do have some listeners.
Black Stallion.
We're taking a break on your hometown station. Talking Antiques comes back.
Hello, I'm Pickin' Rick T from CFC, best place to get you used auto parts and all types of metals to repurpose for your needs. Just take a drive down 55, see this handsome guy, stop on by. Check out our computer for hundreds of autos to locate the make and the model of the part you need. $2 fee is all you pay. Sign in and get a hand stamp, it's good for all day. Bring in your tools, get the parts you need pulled, and use a wheelbarrow to lighten the load. Pay for your parts, prices you'll be fond of. Each part's price the same, Chevy or Honda. Get exchange warranty for 30 days too. Swap out the parts you don't need for the parts that you do. Happy pick.
I'm Mike Winton, your Democratic candidate for state representative. I'm the same type Democrat that your parents and grandparents were. I'm pro-life without question. I'm pro-Second Amendment without question. I'm not concerned about whether we're red or blue. I want us to be red, white, and blue. Partisan politics is killing us. Contact a campaign that's for you. Mike Winton for state representative. Go to votemikewinton.com.
Paid for by the candidate.
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
Rush Bricken demands governmental financial responsibility.
Rush Bricken cares about veterans and will defend the Constitution.
Rush Bricken knows small business creates good jobs.
On November 6th, you have a choice for your Tennessee state representative.
I'd like to be your next Tennessee representative.
For fiscal soundness.
I'm picking brickin'.
For low taxes.
I'm picking brickin'.
For good jobs and roads.
I'm picking brickin'.
Vote Rush Bricken November 6th to the Tennessee State House of Representatives.
All right, Mac.
All right, so we on the break. Our good friend,
We were
talked to Mr. Google, and what did he come up with?
wondering about the hard-boiled eggs eating contest. Could you really eat 50 hard-boiled eggs? So the previous world record that was held in 2003, it was set. Sonia the Black Widow Thomas ate 65 hard-boiled eggs in 6 minutes and 40 seconds.
Wow.
But
Tell
that
him yeah.
that stood until 2013, when Joey Chestnut set the world record with 141 eggs in 8 minutes, and that's just wrong.
Now, Tiffany says he's a professional contest.
Yeah, Chestnut, who's the top eater in Major League Eating, he took home the grand prize of $1,500.
So didn't you say something about he was a hot dog eater or something?
Yeah, he's a professional eater. He's
So Google him. Let's see
he's
what
the
all
top
he
eater
has.
in Major League Eating. They said.
Well, let's see what all he's won. Well, and then we got to get started on chess, Ronnie.
Yeah, he's got to say. My computer died on me a while ago. I didn't bring the charger. I've been having trouble with my charger. And so.
Okay, Joey
you know,
Chestnut
this one's over my head.
is an American
It's like when
competitive
they say,
eater who is
when they
currently
say-
ranked first in the world by Major League Eating. He lives in California. He is 6'1" tall and weighs 230 pounds. Like a 230-pound guy ate all those eggs.
So what are some of his titles?
He consuming 66 hot dogs with buns in 12 minutes. Set a new world record. Let's see. 59 hot dogs with buns in 10 minutes was another one. Mr. Bellion, 54. It doesn't have them listed in a easy way.
But anyway, that boy can eat some food, right?
Yeah,
He can put it away.
So you about ready to get on chess?
Okay. Oh, I had one thing to
Okay.
do here was since we messed up Steve McQueen and confused him there, I thought I'd throw a couple of movies in that he actually did star in, which would be The Cincinnati Kid, The Thomas Crown Affair, The Getaway, The Magnificent Seven, The Great Escape, and Wanted Dead or Alive.
How about Bullet?
Well, Bullet probably. It's not on my list, so you could.
Well, if it ain't Chuck, will straighten me up. But I think he
Chuck
did
might be
Bullet.
calling you back here in a
With the
second.
'68 Mustang.
Yeah. Oh, I was just aiming for westerns there. So.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we were gonna talk about chess, right?
Yes.
That was what we.
Are you
at
good
the
now,
beginning-
Ronnie? Can you use my iPad there?
I'm good for now. Till I
Okay.
go something else.
So at the beginning of the show, we told you we were going to talk about chess, and 40 minutes later, we're to it.
I'm going to go ahead and look up stuff while he's reading that.
For more than a century, most games of chess have been played using a familiar set of abstracted black and white pieces with minimum variation on size and detail, known as the Staunton pattern. The design was named after Howard Staunton, a British player famous during the mid-19th century when his style was first created by Nathaniel Cook. But the Staunton pattern's prevalence today belies the variety of the game's physical incarnations throughout the past. In the past, chess was never quite so black and white. The game's historical diversity begins with its pieces. Kings, queens, knights, bishops, rooks have been sculpted from precious metals, ivory, gemstone, porcelain, and even matchsticks. Chess sets have featured underwater creatures, literary characters, fantastic monsters, and real-world armies. Throughout the game's existence, which stretches back a millennium and a half, craftsmanship was often been as important as playability, such that many sets were made to be purely ornamental rather than for actual use. Chess is a game of conflict, so that two opposing sides are often represented as one country against another or a religion against another, says John Cromwell, a lifelong competitive chess player turned collector. But there is also sets with people against animals, good versus evil, and various mythological characters against other mythologies. They can be made of anything.
You on eBay?
Let's see. Checkered boards date at least to the ancient Egyptians, but the closest predecessor to chess was a game known as Chaturanga, developed in the 6th century India. It was a 4-person game for the most part, Crummiller says, with each person's army coming from one of the 4 sides, and some of the pieces moving similarly to chess. The game progressed and evolved into Shatrang, a board game in Persia. There are Arabic manuscripts from approximately 900 AD into the Middle Ages with wonderful chess problems, and by chess I mean the chess of that age. The most brilliant chess problem I've come by is by Al-Suli, which was pre-1000 AD. And they've got some beautiful pictures on this. Do we want to go on, or do we just should we jump to our?
We can
see what if they're so good. Let's see what they're bringing. I like to see what Mr. eBay says about them.
Okay, I have a Doug Anderson limited edition chess set, circus characters, $3,495. Then
Yeah.
I have a.
Now, these are sold items, right, Ron?
This is all stuff that's sold.
Did they have bids on that, or was it just to buy it now?
That one was a buy now.
Okay.
It said best offer accepted. Jeffrey Parker, all leather. That's a backgammon set. We don't want metal checkers. We
I've
don't
got a
do that.
vintage Italian chess set, large Waterloo Gillespie Varsi and table. For the buy it now on that was $4,151.20.
Boy, what a pretty table.
$245 shipping. That came from the UK.
Yeah.
So that's almost $4,400 is what that is.
That's money.
Yeah.
You know, there's got to be some old ones over there.
Yeah.
Now I do have a chess set that Ronnie gave me, but it's Star Trek.
Oh, that's a tridimensional chess set.
Oh, really? You got one of those?
Ronnie gave me
Yeah. Those things, you can't hardly find them anymore. See, there's 2 of those Italian sets you were talking about.
What's your next house one? Because Phil's got a 37.
I got a antique chess set by Jacques and Son, London, $2,853.
Was it a buy it now or best offer?
They took a best offer. And I have a, this one's in a case here. Arnie Monsalvat chess set, hand carved, painted, Italy, wood box, knights. Wow, it jumped up on me. $1,729.
Well, you got Phil.
now.
I have got a vintage Stockton Chessmen in an ornate box by
Just the men.
J. Jacques and Sons. 18 bids on that went for $3,309.
Where was it sold from?
That came from the UK. It says it's a vintage Stockton Chessmen ornate box by J. Jacques and Son. Check the photographs carefully because 1 white and 3 black pawns are chipped. It says the box is very unusual, but it is in poor condition. The lid is completely loose. Thanks for taking a look.
That's a lot of money for something that's got some condition.
It is. It doesn't say what year it was, but I guess if you're
a chess
those,
person, you know.
If you're into those, you know.
Here's a Jacques carton. This is a paper mache chess set box, $1,556. Want to buy it now?
Here's a Canton Chinese Coromandel style chess set. $3,000 was to buy it now with $100 shipping.
Okay, here's an Italian metal gilt figural chess set, marble board, silver and gold, $1,175 with 7 bids.
Vintage Henry Chavet French chess set, carved in a wooden box. So this is just really old because it's just a little wooden box and all the pieces are carved. 72 bids, $2,983.
How much shipping?
$35. So a little over $3,000.
Golly.
Here's an extremely rare
Coming from the UK too.
Austrian Biedermeier chess set with original box, $1,225 with 60 bids.
Here's a Franklin Mint Heroes of the North and South chess set, new, unopened. They were asking $4,000, and they got between $2,600 and $3,000 for it.
That's amazing.
So either way, I remember when they were selling those Heroes of the South.
I wonder how
chess
much they
sets.
was new.
Some of those things are just works of art.
I bet I bet it was $200 at least. You know, I bet it wasn't cheap, but still.
Look how much they bring now.
I bet it wasn't $2,600.
You take a hand carved set. You know how much work goes in those?
Oh yeah.
Those small pieces.
Would
You gotta be a
would
real
somebody
artist.
that carved that many, would they have carpal tunnel after they got
I would.
Here's
I think I'd have carpal
Here's
tunnel.
an 1890 Jacques and Son of London hand carved chess set. So at least we got a year on this one, 1890. They were wanting $2,853, and they got somewhere around $2,500 for it.
That's a nice looking.
Mm-hmm.
I got a antique St. George chess set with crown logo. $1,175 with 23 bids.
Here's a Doug Adams limited edition number 3 of 25 chess set with circus characters. They wanted $3,500, and they got somewhere around $2,500.
That's amazing. Tell you what, let's pay some bills and we'll come right back.
Okay.
Tuned into your hometown station, Thunder Radio, and Let's Talk Antiques continues in just a moment.
Hello, I'm Pick and Rick T from CFC, best place to get you used auto parts and all types of metals to repurpose for your needs. Just take a drive down 55, see this handsome guy, stop on by. Check out our computer for hundreds of autos to locate the make and the model of the part you need. $2 fee is all you pay. Sign in and get a hand stamp, it's good for all day. Bring in your tools, get the parts you need pulled, and use a wheelbarrow to lighten the load. Pay for your parts, prices you'll be fond of. Each part's price the same, Chevy or Honda. Get exchange warranty for 30 days too. Swap out the parts you don't need for the parts that you do. Happy pick.
I'm Mike Winton, your Democratic candidate for state representative. I'm the same type Democrat that your parents and grandparents were. I'm pro-life without question. I'm pro-Second Amendment without question. I'm not concerned about whether we're red or blue. I want us to be red, white, and blue. Partisan politics is killing us. Contact a campaign that's for you. Mike Winton for state representative. Go to votemikewinton.com.
Paid for by the candidate.
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
Rush Bricken demands governmental financial responsibility.
Rush Bricken cares about veterans and will defend the Constitution.
Rush Bricken knows small business creates good jobs.
On November 6th, you have a choice for your Tennessee state representative.
I'd like to be your next Tennessee representative.
For fiscal soundness.
I'm picking Bricken.
For low taxes.
I'm picking Bricken.
For good jobs and roads.
I'm picking Bricken.
Vote Rush Bricken November 6th to the Tennessee State House of Representatives.
All right, we're back. I've got a vintage Italian Vasari metal gilded figure chess set, Aladdin's lamp it calls it, and it is
beautiful.
Man,
it
look
is.
at those.
It's 28 by 28 though.
It
And
is
said
amazing.
The tallest figure in it is 6 inches tall.
All the
It is.
detail in them.
And
Yes.
it is it's made of green and white marble. Excellent condition. It comes from Italy, and $4,411
Plus 75.
Is that
Plus
board made
$75
into that
shipping.
Table? Looks like
Like I
is the
say.
board made into the table or is it
Well,
sitting on it?
I'm sure it's.
Looks like it.
it
Well,
comes with
anyway.
it.
God, it's
It's
gorgeous.
gorgeous. It's amazing.
That
So-
is a work of art.
Yes.
Yeah, It doesn't say what year it is. So.
Gotta be old.
Yeah. And so
looking up
that's
some-
all my really cool ones.
I'm looking up some tools here.
Do you wanna finish
So
up
we're
with some
jumping
tools?
from chest to tools?
Just tools, I think.
Okay.
we've
Well,
got-
you better get on it, 'cause
got
you ain't got but
this weekly.
Oh, okay.
you
Right
got,
back.
so what have you got on vintage tools, Ronnie?
I've got.
Hey, and that's something that a lot of people don't realize. But in the shops, in their grandparents' shop, and their dad's shop, there's old tools stuck everywhere.
They're laying around everywhere.
Old,
and people
old
don't-
levels and old planers and stuff, they bring a lot of money.
Yes, people don't realize what these old tools are bringing.
All right,
and-
let's hear
and
some
they
of it.
are everywhere. Talking about ambles.
Flea markets for sure.
Yeah, flea markets for sure.
The histories of tools and hardware tells the story of two conflicting impulses. The first was the urge, or more likely the necessity, to handcraft one's home and furnishings, and the second was the desire to take advantage of the opportunities available to entrepreneurs in the 19th century when the Industrial Revolution enabled the mass production of the tools that would give us the rest of the means to do it ourselves. Hand tools, be they vintage or new, can be organized into a number of categories. First, there are striking tools such as hammers and axes and hatchets, cutting tools like chisels, knives and saws, and then there are planes, which continue to be produced in dizzying numbers and the sizes to achieve specialized results. Other categories include boring tools, which include hand-operated drills such as braces and screwdrivers. The manufacture of hand tools and hardware in the United States essentially began in 1843 with the Frederick T. Stanley founded the Door Hardware Company in New Britain, Connecticut, that bore his name. In 1857, Henry Stanley, Frederick's cousin, launched the Stanley Rule and Level Company, which acquired Leonard Bailey and Company in 1878. Bailey held numerous patents on such mainstay woodworking tools such as planes, which Stanley Rule and Level augmented with miter boxes and hand drills, hammers, and of course its own line of wood and iron levels. By 1922, the two Stanley firms had merged. Today, despite the plethora of new tool choices available to serious woodworkers and do-it-yourselfers alike, many people return to vintage and antique tools in addition to being perfectly functional. A well-maintained hand tool can last for decades. Some of these tools are like small sculptures when artfully arranged in a garage or wood shop or lovingly stored in a companion vintage toolbox. These pieces can continue their work for decades to come.
That's exactly right. So
You take care of your tools.
what kind of dollars have we got there, Ronnie?
I have got a vintage anvil, blacksmith anvil. Brought $8,600, 50 bits.
It has to be some famous name because that's how a lot of those anvils
It's
has got those
hay
names.
button anvil.
Mm.
Just says vintage hay button anvil. It's got a serial number on it, so I guess those are important. And then I have a 381-pound Rhino blacksmith anvil. Free shipping on that. Now, 381 pounds. That costs something to ship. $2,750. They took a best offer, so they got something close. Then I have a 446-pound French pig anvil.
Can you load that on the back of my truck?
This was dated 1853. I couldn't load it. Maybe Brian could. But it brought somewhere in the $2,000 neighborhood.
Do levels.
Now, here's just a 21-pound blacksmith anvil. It's another hay button. Brought $1,805 with 38 bids. Now, here's a whole big variety. 72 vintage blacksmith tongs. Champion and Heller Anvil Forge. $1,525 on a buy it now. Now, here's a ultra rare vintage Stanley number 164 plain
Yeah,
low
now
angle.
planes.
Decorative planes got with the wooden handle
Yeah.
and the neck comes up on a
Oh, yeah, they're fancy.
That is crazy there.
How much is it?
$1,552 with
See
two
if you got
bids.
some more planes, Ronnie, because we're running out of time.
I
And you
have a-
got some levels.
I got another one here. I got
Yeah.
a vintage antique Stanley number 44. It's called a plow plane. 1884 to 1887 was their date. Brought $1,500. One
Wow.
bid.
I've got a 1921 vintage wood and brass protractor level. 2 bids on that for $275. Is an inclinometer? Is that a
be kind of like a level.
Original word for a level, maybe?
Yeah.
It's an 1867 vintage cast iron 7-inch inclinometer, Davis Level and Tool Company. 15 bids, $280.
It's real pretty.
Yeah, it's wild.
Now here is a vintage Rock Island number 67 Vice. Huge rare 8-inch jaws, $1,500.
$1,500 for
Hey,
a Vice.
I'm telling you, you can still find vintage tools at these auctions, these estate auctions. But not only them, you can still find them at these flea markets.
But you think, Sears sold Stanley, so that Stanley stuff is out there everywhere.
Hey, I was somewhere the other day and I looked over and this guy had a bunch of old wrenches, and guess what was on it? Ford wrenches.
So,
they actually had their names on their tools. And I think with those T models, or A model, I think it's T models, they actually had a tool set, which was pretty simple.
Oh.
I've got a couple of old pipe wrenches that I picked up at a flea market.
Yep.
And I think I get $5 a piece for them, and they were $70, $80.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
I've got a vintage.
And they work better than some of the new stuff.
Well, I don't use them, but
you got a vintage what?
16-inch Stratton Brothers brass bound level, nice condition. 20 bids, $172.50.
Ain't that? I'm
20 bids for that. And here's a 12-inch Goodall, which looks really similar. Pratt brass bound level. 28 bids on that, $172.50. So same price for the 16 and the 22, or 12-inch, 16 and 12-inch.
I got a vintage Stanley number 1 smooth plane, about $1,200.
Here's a set of 6
small little plane.
A set of 6 plumb bobs, $126.
I use plumb bobs.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know what a plumb bob is.
That's how we used to, get our hose for our events.
Yeah.
We'd hang it up the top where it's going to come out, mark it at the bottom, mark it at the
Yeah,
top.
that's cool.
Yeah, just
well, you can
on a
also, when you
string.
get ready to put those trusses up, you kind of need a plumb bob on that end truss.
Yeah.
Make sure it's level.
Make sure it's level and straight.
Yeah. It could
Plumbing square.
Because if it goes back and forth, you could have that big roof leaning a little bit on the outside.
Yeah, that might present a problem.
Yeah, nobody. Just turn the radio up. You'll never notice it.
Here is a antique vintage Tom Senior tabletop hand-operated metal planer, $1,200.
Wow.
And I'd say
free
looks like they're
free
still
delivery
using it.
or free local pickup.
Looks like they still be used.
It does. It looks very
well. Most of these tools both of you've talked about.
Yeah.
You can use them. I still use O2s.
Yeah.
I got all kind of O2s.
And there's a lot
But I'm old anyway, so I don't mind using them.
Well, a lot of stuff that you can't even buy nowadays, it does a better job.
Here's a vintage Stanley Sweetheart, number 95, very rare level. They were asking $150 for it, and they got about $130, somewhere around there.
Hey, we're fixing to wind this show down. Give us one more thing, Ronnie.
Got one more vintage Stanley number 1 smooth plane, $910 with 9 bids.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you're out at flea markets or estate sales, look for some O2s. You ready to get out of here?
Let's do it.
That number 1 Stanley plane is going to be anywhere from $700 to $1,000.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Find you one
What do you
of
think
those.
about that, little girl?
There it is. How about we do Let's Talk Antiques next time, Wednesday morning at 9. What do you say?
All right.
I
Sounds
vote
like a
yes.
plan.
All right, Ronnie, Philip, and
9:05.
David, thank you. There it is.